You go first.
Hi.
Now.
Hi, my name is René.
And I am Gabriel, and we are from Epic Armoury.
In this video, we are going to talk about the new compact tent poles that we've developed for the Epic Armoury tents.
Right.
What do we have here?
This is the standard pole. This is the standard version of the tent poles.
This is the sidewall.
Yes, for the sidewalls.
Yeah.
Of course, the center poles, it's usually split in 2 or 3 pieces to not be taller than this one.
Yes. And how tall is this one?
It's 185 centimeters plus 7 for the top parts. That, of course, you need for applying the roof parts and the sidewalls and the guy ropes and everything, you know.
And that's a little bit less than 77 inches in inches.
In inches.
Yeah. So with this, you're getting a standard product, and until now, when you've purchased an Epic Armoury tent, this is what you get.
Yes.
You get a one-piece pole. It's powder-coated iron, and it's solid. Coming in one piece, it does become a challenge from time to time to transport it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a big pickup or a van or some means of transporting longer elements.
It could create a problem.
It can. But if you are an event maker, you have several tents, you are transporting a lot of material, then it's an advantage that you have them in one piece, and you can basically just bring them out, store them together,
faster,
and put it up.
But of course, if you have like more problems with transportation and space to fill, then we developed the compact poles.
Yeah. So this is the compact poles. Basically, the concept is that we split these into pieces that are no longer than 103 centimeters, equals about 40.5 inches. And what it does is it takes away the size you need in order to either ship it as odd size, but also when you need to transport it, let's say from home and to an event, and you don't have that much space. With this, you also, as you do with all other parts, whether it's pegs, top walls, side walls, you always get them in a solid canvas bag with markings on them.
Yeah, with a nice leather tag.
Yeah. So if you are several persons having your own tent, you can write your name, or you can put notes down to identify if it's a sidewall and it goes into this bag, or these kind of pegs goes into that.
Yeah, you have different kind of pegs like the sand pegs or hair pegs, so it is used to it.
So these also come in a bag where they fit in with a pole set.
Yeah, right.
So the advantage of these, Gabriel.
Yes. Well, of course, they take much less space in your car, and they are pretty easy to assemble.
Yeah.
Like we decide not to have like a locking system, like a spring button or a lock pin, and of course it could be a problem for some reason, like you really need to pay attention and carefully set up your tent properly.
Yeah.
Like when you are using your picks in a 45 degrees angle
towards the tent.
Yes, towards the tent, and you need to be sure that your guy ropes are tightened well, and so you will have the required tension for having your poles well connected to the ground.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is that you need to make sure once you've set up your top roof on some of the side walls.
Yes.
Then you need to tighten all the guy ropes thoroughly all the way around.
Yeah. So you are windproof. You are sure that no gust of wind can lower your roof and then have everything collapse on the ground.
So we've all tried to set up tents, camp out, and what happens from time to time is that the guy ropes, they do tend to get loosened up.
Yeah.
And when you have those gusts of wind, you do have situations where the whole tent is lifted up, and worst case could be that you actually split the poles in two.
Yeah.
So it could be advised to always have some duct tape. If that becomes a problem, you can patch it up, and that way it sticks
If that small drain becomes a superstore,
Yeah.
then better to be safe.
But besides of that, if you don't have those windy conditions where you're camping out,
yes,
then it should be okay.
They are perfectly fine and easy to install.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and the reason why we decided not to put any locking mechanisms is that we do acknowledge that over time, when you take these apart, you store them, you throw other things on top of them.
Transportation.
Yes.
Yeah,
eventually, you will bend the ends somewhat.
Yeah.
And for every time you bend those ends, and if you have a locking mechanism, matching up those points against each other becomes more and more difficult. And in the end, those will not work. Yeah. So we've decided to approach it the pragmatic way and just have it like, you know, open like that. And comes with the advantage of always being able to put it together also when it becomes older and more worn out.
Yes.
And you can, you know, work your way around that by putting duct tape on it if you need that.
So,
I mean,
just build your tent in the proper way.
Metal poles are not realistic like wooden poles anyway. And as these are for LARP and not like, have to be realistic.
Yeah,
then
like a reenactment. But
for a LARPer, you do what you need to do.
Yeah, they are reliable. They are. Yeah. So they work great. And you of course can decide if having your tent with the traditional pole, with the standard pole, or with the new compact system. It's up to you.
So basically, when you order the tent, you can decide whether to choose the standard poles or the compact poles.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
Stay epic. Nick, why are you turning the other way around?
For not laughing too much.
What is this? This is a video where we're going on a little bit of a detour.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go again.